Gaming is dying because new concepts are not being given a chance to age. Has anyone ever noticed how we never get duologies or trilogies anymore? A concept that has left after the greatest era of video games died down. The truth is that gaming was on a hot streak for decades, starting from humble beginnings and now to the cutting edge and groundbreaking technology of today. We have been getting less video games, and the number of good/great games has dropped over the years. We only get about 5 big AAA titles a year, which most of them aren't really that good. I wonder what happened to the era of abundance in video games. There used to be so much to choose from. The thing is that back in the early 2000s, during the 6th and 7th gen, we got a lot more video games, and surprisingly so, the PS2 actually stuck around for much longer than anticipated, because one could say that the PS2 lasted almost as long as the PS3. I remember the impact that duologies and trilogies had on gaming and video games. I remember the old Call of Duty Modern Warfare trilogy, the Assassin's Creed trilogy, the Mass Effect trilogy, the Unreal Tournament trilogy, and the list could go on and on. The whole point of this video and what I'm trying to say is that video games are not given time to age, and the concepts created are completely tossed out and scrapped instead of being further built on and developed. We as the gamers don't get time to get used to the concept, because by the next game there is a completely new concept. The whole purpose of a sequel is to continue the story, but the most important part is the sequel must be an upgrade and an improvement to the previous title. And how can this be done if you keep on creating new beginnings? The problem is that people keep coming up with new ideas that are not implemented correctly. We can't keep saying that the problem is crunch culture and a lack of time management, because I'm sure that creating a sequel would be a lot easier than making a game from scratch. If you at least know where you are starting from, it will be a lot easier to know where to finish. Playing new video games has made me realize that new games are not bad, but that modern video games just aren't being made well. There is no focus on improvement and all-round development. And the sad part is that the biggest victim of this is the AAA genre, the people who are supposed to be developing the best games and really producing the best level of quality that has ever been seen, because they have all the best and most amount of resources at their disposal. One thing we need to ask ourselves is, how did we get to this point? Where did it all go wrong? Well, with video games, gaming has changed a lot over the years and has gone in a different direction. Like with Assassin's Creed, from the first game until Assassin's Creed 3, they had a really strong story and well-written characters, with Ezio and Desmond Miles, who was a protagonist that had actual character development. The Desmond Miles from the first game was not the same in Assassin's Creed 3. Desmond had grown from being weak and scared to actually becoming a real assassin in the modern day. After all the training and discoveries he made about himself and his family, he became the leader he was always meant to be and was fulfilling his destiny. The sad part is that the Assassin's Creed series has never been the same after Desmond's death. The series has moved further and further away from what we loved about Assassin's Creed. The latest Assassin's Creed games have strayed so far from the path that they don't even feel like Assassin's Creed games anymore. The Far Cry series, which like Assassin's Creed was also made by Ubisoft, has seen its fair share of success, and the difference is that Far Cry has never had sequels but just new games in the series, because characters and stories have never carried over from game to game, but each game has started new stories with each new game. The problem lies where Far Cry is going. The series seems to be doing the exact same thing with each new game. The games seem to be losing what really made them great, also losing that sentimental value they once had. I personally loved Far Cry 2 because of how dark and gritty the game is, and by the third game I lost interest. And there is also that thing of where something is only good until the third game or movie, and thereafter the series is never the same again. Longevity is something that needs to be preserved, and unfortunately it's not present in gaming anymore. Regular updates are not a bad thing, but I feel like these days so many game devs just use it for the sake of making money. I would love new ideas, but I want to see them be improved on. I haven't been invested in a video game series in a while. The last series I took interest to is the Serious Sam video game series, which is pretty good, and I have almost played all of the games, and I can honestly say that the series has grown a bit stale over the years, with the latest not being as fun as the games that came before. Would hope that the next Serious Sam game is better than Serious Sam 4. Is gaming dying, or are we just getting older? Well, to answer that question, I would say that gaming is dying because video games have become less fun. And why is it that I still have fun playing older games? I really just want good video games again. But with the prices of everything going up and gaming becoming too much of a very heavy financial investment that doesn't have the same impact it used to, I think I will stick to my older games. And with that, this is the Chilly Man signing off. I thank everyone for watching. Peace out.